can't start the video this way. You only see me. I'm like the sunshine. I mean, no matter where you want to look because of the light, don't you feel you're focused towards me? Why am I here? First time you ever come here? First time you ever walk into the den of Mr. Tackpans? Well, guess what? It ain't live. Can you change what's going on? Actually, you know what's great about certain TV shows or certain things that go online? You can actually get involved. And as time goes on and millions of people start to watch, it's hard to get involved. Now you have to do a survey. Is it personalized? Now we're getting to a realm of 50-50. Should it be 50-50? What's 50-50? Who am I? I separate or I put notice on differences. You're not happy with this, but they couldn't care. And you're not happy that they don't care. Even if you're not happy with it, you'd probably be happy with it if they just cared a little bit and understood that it can't always be that way. Just can't. Anyways, I was doing things right now. There's just so many tiny little things that I put together. I'm not going to explain to you each one of these games. Okay, this one is with separation, but I'm not putting twice the separation. I'm only putting once the separation, meaning there's only a space going this way. This space is used. Where do I get this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it should have been actually 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I was working this out towards gematria, but I was scaling it off small. But anyways, you get what I'm talking about. You have 1, and then you have 2 on the outside, and then you have 3. And then you have 4 in between. Your total is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 10 is 20, plus 2, plus the area space that's separated here. And that will probably give you the Star of David when it's filled in. Okay, I should actually fill it in for you and show you and explain. And well, I've never done this before. Maybe I can do it with a yellow pen. Okay. We were going to do this one over here, right? So because this is like this will have to come here, and this will have to come here. Because this ends over here, this will have to come here, and this will have to come here. And now you're going to see your Star of David separation, your Star of David separation. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3 star separation. Now inside of here, because it's a square, right, I need to create this angle showing 2 area spaces. The angle, instead of being 45 degrees, it'll be whatever this degree is. What do? I'm just gonna, I want to put this back on my face again. For the expression, some people say, well, don't use your hands so much, use just your mouth. Just sometimes I can't explain it. I'm very excited when I find these little things that, what does it actually say? What is it actually doing? It just says that reality. Just like creating succinic acid. Takes 20 different, this is the way you have to steam it, and this is the way you have to do this. But in all, the totality, not just the pH of the water, of how we got the pH that way, but it's the totality of all the patterns together that create this one. How should we make the legs? Hey man, I got legs. I got legs, my own legs. I can walk. I can move my hands. Oh my God. What about the bones? I got no bones under my skin. Oh, I got bones. But how did you get there? What's carbon all about? What's air? What's in the water? Why doesn't the water just keep flowing? Why is it drip, drip, drip? So now I'm going to have to write down that word drip. Rip. You have to write down all the words. All the words they were given in the world you were born. In where you were born, for you. You have to do your own what I do. I can't do yours. Maybe you can do mine if you do the English language. I can give you all the basics. The letter A, it's the first letter in the alphabet, but it ain't certainly used there. It's used somewhere else. A is used somewhere else in the And I can hear my computer going. My computer seems like it's racing. So I put together all these little things, like in this one over here. Okay, you see the separation? This full square? Is it the same one as this? No, here I'm showing you that 4 of these squares get in each one of these boxes. Here's a box here, O. Here's an I here, and here's an O here. But if you turn it around, it becomes OHO. 686, the gateway. Letters tell me things because of games. Okay, so what happens is if the game of craps, okay, I try to study all the games, especially the casino games. I don't really get that deep into it, but I'm on the basic. You know, if I get that deep into everything, I'd be pulling every single machine apart in the world. I weigh the nickel, I weigh the dime. I check out what the weight is in the US coin, what the weight is in Canada. I like to balance the metric system with the imperial system, with the US gallon, etc. in that association. And that way I can get a balance of my surroundings. Just to jump off the subject, but do you ever put a cat in a car and a dog in the car? It's not the same. It's not the same that the cat buries its cat litter, licks its fur, spits out a hairball, stretches its whole body out. And everybody has their own science. So personally, I find it that there's got to be a reason for it. Cat's got 9 lives. If the cat has 9 lives, how can I get the 9 lives in dots? So I'm going to show you 9 lives of the cat in dots. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 dots. Do I have 9 lives? Or is there only a life for everywhere that the X marks the spot? So did you notice that if X marks the spot, I actually have an X and an O? Or I have 1 X here, 2 X's here, 3 X's here, 4 X's here, and 1 big X. Unless you continue on and you remember, there is no beginning, there is no end. So we're just going to continue on to all the areas. Did I get that all done? The V over here, and the V over here, and the V over here, and the V over here. So now you've completed the entire design for 9 lives of the cat. And it looks like the short arm of the E is over here. See that short arm of the E? Because when it's on that angle, okay, this is where the area stops. And if you want to look at it this way, we can look at it as a tall building. If I can just do that over here, right? And if I want, and then on this side, and then we look like we have a tall building, and then we have a middle of a building, and you see we're the center of something, but we're not the top, we're not the roof. I complete designs, then I just put numbers to it, and then I ask myself questions. Is let's say 1, 2, 3 like this, right? How can I do that? Then I would have to do this. I need a center. Or is that just being used as a corner? So once I do this, I automatically know that I can do this. Or I must do this. Okay, so when I do this, I get all these markings. And if you notice, in the center, I get 3 X's. Okay, I get an X here, and an X here is 2 X's, an X here, and X here is 2 X's. And then I get the X here, the X over here, and the X over here. Remember, 3 X's in bowling, and you have creation, because that's the 30 for creation. 10, 20. Until you have 0, you have no birth. The X's and the O. LOL, the laugh of life. H is silent in French. To have a life, to have a vie. The laugh of life, the ha, a V. I play with words. They tell me things, and that's the way it is. They just tell me it because of what the human race has done. In the dictionary, you're going to see O. You're going to see O. Or you're just going to write the letter, the 15th letter. O. The reverse letter is L. L-O. 6 and 3. 3 and 6. 1 plus 5. 1 minus 5. 6 and 3. 360 creation. Lo, ve, the 22nd and the 5th. Lo, ve for V. 22, the 22nd letter for V. The 9th letter and the 5th letter. 5 hides in 9, giving life. We don't talk about the 9, we'll talk about the 5 in energy. Citizen band code, citizen band radio, 30 in creation, 3 strikes. What are the value of the O's? The 15th letter and the 24th letter. Total is 3906. Plus and is that right? 3909, because of birth, all zeros equal 6. We're going to just put it at 6-9. That's what it is, because you have to have a passage of something. You're in the center of a totality. Your 9 is your birth, because you come from the other side. Creation is 30. And then all the other spots are 60. Your 60 creation from 90, because your brain has to come from somewhere. Your memory, your 512. Because of what colors say, because of the game of pool. What do I do? What do I do? This is what I do. So we have maybe this design over here. Then I'll look at, I'm not the only one who does things. This comes from the computer and it tells me a story as well as this one. Then there's this numeric piece that I put together. I didn't do what's it called on it. I didn't do a numeric, I did a small numeric code on it, but what about all the area space? See the way the plus sign is this way, but it's all multiplication this way? Once it's multiplication this way, everything gets bigger. Now when you start from the center of this area, and you go out and you come in, you end up with a Star of David. Or that symbol for the Mason. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to keep this with spaces. Okay, all our numbers on our phone, we all have spaces. Imagine there were just 9, but in each 9, okay, there's another 9. There's always 9. Unless you want to say, well, there's actually 4. 4 of them make a square. So should we use 4 times 9? Or should we use each one of these as 9? But then what about the space in between? 1 area space, 1 area space, 1 area space, like the crack between the sidewalk takes an area space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3, 6, 9 numbers. We have 9 and 4 equals to 13. Now if we only had 2 here, and it was 4 for a square, and this would be a completely different other calculation. You would have 4 and 4. And then you'd have 2 high. You'd have 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. Then you'd call it maybe your sweet 16. 1 and 6 equals to 7. This is also the number to the spirit. The word spirit equals to 91. I'm going to stop here, okay? And the reason I'm going to stop is I can keep going on. And when there's nobody around, and usually most videos, they're only watched for about 2 minutes before they take off. So, this one here is an energy. It's Rodin's coil. It's also known as the binary code. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Things we find inside different shapes and designs. Things that are created within, telling more and more stories. Raphael, 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. It's at night. Where's the piece? No, ain't got it.